We're so fucked. Anybody that's starting this from the beginning, just waiting for at least somebody to hop on, or a couple more people to hop on before I start this. Just give it a second. If you're already here, obviously you probably like our conversations. Well, hello. So, I guess, shall we start? You know, I've been doing everything that I can to be as hopeful as I can towards that these people are actually being locked up, things are actually happening. You know, what scares me though is I knew that we were going to be persecuted, and I've already come to the point where if my head is chopped off or that I am crucified, that fear, I have no fear in that. I would be honored, and I'd be proud of that. And in no way does that mean that I will lay down and freaking die without a fight. And a very, very big fight. But, you know, some of the things that are starting to come to worry me on, you know, I look at things from all sides and all things, and, you know, there are some really good people out there that, I mean, put things together very well to, you know, make me wonder how good of the chance it is that everything's still going upon track. The only reason they gave us what we were given was to calm the true patriots that there are, to chill out and not go full bore, because we have a belief and an understanding that the ones that we really believed in are actually there for us, and that they're actually dealing with the things that they're supposed to be dealing with. But I have this grave fear inside of me that, and it's not a fear for myself. I care not what happens to me. I'll crucify me, and I will die a proud man. But we all have the ones that we care about and that we love about, that we worry about. And you know what I laugh is when I do hear certain comments and certain people, you know, say some certain things that they think that this is something that I'll be happy to be right about. I don't want to be right about any of this. But from what I've come to learn and what I've come to see, I don't see much proof, or I don't see as much proof to prove me wrong as I do proof to prove what I'm saying is right. You know, and it does go back and forth. It does, but, you know, if things aren't shown to be, and even if they are shown to be very soon, of what we want to hear and see, that doesn't truly mean that what we've been fighting for is going to come to fruition. And, you know, anybody that is biblical or understands, you know, in no way I think Revelation is the Great Awakening. I don't think people are going to beam up into the sky, this, that, or the other thing. I really don't believe that. I think Revelation, Armageddon are a lot different things. If you look up pardon me. If you even look up what Armageddon means, it is the great revealing. The main thing is when you start to look at what all these words mean, when you go back Because you got to understand, these things were written many a times. They were brought back more times than we can even understand from different languages, and different people went upon rewriting these things, and whether they rewrote them wrong or they made them rewritten for what they wanted or what they saw to come or what they wanted upon that's kind of a hard thing to know. It truly scares me for the ones that I love that have not woken up to realize, what truly could be coming upon us. And with all of my heart and my soul, I hope I'm wrong in every single way. I truly do. And I've been given all of my hope and all of my heart into, thinking that we're making it and we're going towards the right way. And, I truly do hope in the bottom of my heart that we are all the way there. But I do know that we can not stop and just go, hey, everything's getting taken care of, the truth's coming out, this, that, or the other thing, because we don't truly know that. We hope that with every heart, or every ounce of our soul and our heart, that is true. But we haven't come to see that to come to fruition yet, or know that it is that. And I do understand what is going on right now. If our true military really did come to Trump to literally bring him to stop all this evil stuff, that doesn't mean that that's going to win. I hope with all of my heart. I hope all these demonic devil worshipping pieces of crap are running for the hills. I do with all of my heart. But I do know deep down in my soul that there is a freaking good chance that they just gave us the ones that really needed to be given this understanding to think that things were being taken care of so that they would shut up. Because we all know we've been freaking fighting, going crazy, and if you have any kind of a heart and a soul, your heart and your soul has been breaking, realizing what's going on and how horrible it is and how demonic and how messed up this world is. Because anybody that is a true truth seeker that knows what this world is and what it's been run by and who it is run by completely knows that we know what the true end game is, and we know the true end game isn't going to be anything good for us. And that's one thing that I can never say enough. Come to the realization, if your head is going to be cut off, if you are going to be crucified, that is something to be proud of. And I'm not saying that means that you should shut the hell up and that you should sit back and let it happen. In any way, I'm not saying that. But the one thing that I am saying, once you can come to that realization to know or believe or understand that is a possibility, and you can have that in your heart to understand and be proud of that and not be scared of that, they can't hurt you anymore. And that is where we all must come to be, is to be of that point, of that pride, of that understanding that if they try or they do that to us, that you know that you must be on the side of righteousness, that you are trying to do what is right. You're willing to speak your heart, your mind, and your soul and have your head cut off or be crucified and still not be scared and run. To have that and to be that, I would try to think, or I would hope to think, that is one of the most honorable things that you could be at. I mean, is that not what Jesus Christ realized? He realized that he was going to be crucified. And he knew it wasn't going to be anything fun. But he knew his name and his feeling and his understanding and his love would be perpetuated 1,000,000, 100,000,000 times fold because he went through that. So that is one thing, that I've had to finally come to realize and understand. And in that understanding, it has come to worry me, because I don't think that we are... I wouldn't say that I don't think that we are winning this fight, but I will say that I don't know that we are. So all of you truth seekers and all you lovers of Jesus Christ, all of my brothers and sisters, it's not over. Nothing is ever over. And I promise you, there are so many horrible things that are to come. And we must be prepared for them. And I'm not trying to sit here and virtue signal anybody into freaking being doomsday freaking prepper, whatever the hell in any way. But I do promise you that this fight is not over, and this fight has just begun. I do not know if we've gotten a reprieve for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 7 years. I don't know what it is, or if we've even got a reprieve. If we're still just on the same track of what they wanted, they just moved it over and acted a little different so that they could keep us shut up for a little bit longer. I do not know, and I cannot say. But there are so many things that I come to realize and come to look at when, people actually look into the languages of what's going on and look into, who people are and who their bloodlines are and what they really are, to wonder, are we just still being played like freaking morons? Or is it that these people are among the bloodline and there are certain ones that care, that are actually trying to do something right and be upon what we deserve and what we need? I do not know. But I am coming to not fear, but understand that we could be not upon the path that a lot of us are hoping for and think that we're upon, or that is going to come to be given in these coming days. I am truly trying to find my way and my ability to stay strong, and nothing will stop that. But I've just noticed, the last couple of months, especially more than the last couple of weeks, of just just how hard it is to just keep actually keeping up my faith. Like, I mean, it's hard to even get out of freaking bed some days, especially if I drop a video that I feel like I really threw a lot out on, and that people, actually responded to and felt and liked and all, and really hit on on those points that I was trying. Man, I feel so dead and broken down and killed the next day. And, I know there's more than just certain reasons of that. And, that really kicks me in the teeth trying to continue on what I'm doing. And that's the one thing I gotta tell all of you. No matter how much you're kicked in the teeth, no matter how much they fucking hate you, no matter how much they shit on you, no matter how much they put their boot heel on your neck, you never stop. I guarantee you, if you're sitting here listening to this, you are the true resistance. And that means more than anything in this world, no matter what they do to you. Never forget that. And it's not that you're the true resistance because you're sitting here listening to me, but you're the true resistance because you're sitting here trying to listen to somebody trying to give you as much truth as they've come to find to be able to give. And that, to have that ability and give two shits to do that on a Friday night shows that you're actually trying to find and work towards and have an understanding of what the true path is, and to find as much knowledge towards there as possible. And for you to be doing that, you should be very proud of. Not to even say that I am anybody that has or is giving you any true knowledge. I know not. I know only what I've found and what I can try to share to my brothers and sisters that are here. That I love you all. It's all of my heart. Whether I ever meet you or not. I had a really nice girl. What was it? Extreme. I made a video that had her extreme head change or extreme whatever it was. If you followed my other live video, you probably know who I'm talking about. If you're just trying to give as much truth as you can find and that you can give and have people listen, you are doing what you're supposed to do. Yes, you're supposed to find as much truth as possible and give that. But sometimes it's not so easy. I mean, I start these live feeds, and I don't mean to do them for more than 10, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes at the most. And then I go back, and the next day, sometimes I make them a little bit wasted. Hey, imagine that. But I go back and I look at them like, man, you made a feed. It was an hour and a half. It was 2.5 hours long. It was 3.5 hours long. What the hell? I'm like, man, you just must have sounded like a complete drunk idiot moron. And then I go back and I'm like, skipping through it, looking at certain sections, this, that. And I'm like, no, actually, you're doing a pretty good job, and you're actually throwing out good stuff. And, I sit there and wonder sometimes, when, I laugh at my friend all the time. I'm like, I forget about more truth than in a 24-hour period than you ever learn in a week or a month, or most people do. I get laughed at when I'm told that, but I think that's in a sad way. It's really a correct analogy of what it is. It's really hard for me to go through all this stuff and keep it all cataloged, understood, realized in my head, to actually be able to say what I try to say to you, you beautiful people that sit here and listen to me. And then when I go back and I look at my videos, not to say to be prideful or anything like that of myself, but I go back and I'm actually a little bit proud and looking at it and I know I'm not supposed to be a proud person, and I try not to be that, but it is weird when I look at my videos sometimes and I re-look at what I've done. And I'm not saying with all, I'm saying with some. I look back on them and I listen to them, and I'm like, I'm looking at it, and it doesn't even seem like I'm listening to me for whatever reason. It's like I'm listening to my son. I don't even have a son. But when I sometimes go back and listen to these videos, especially the ones that I'm proud of and the ones that jerk at my own heart, and it's me talking, and in some weird freaking way, when I'm looking at it, I feel the pride that I think a father would have for their son. And in no way do I understand that implication in my head of feeling that way, but I do. And I think that's because I realize, for whatever reason, I know who I am and how hard it is for me to remember things and to stay on track and give the knowledge that I'm trying to give, that it actually somehow comes across as well as it does. Because to know me as I know me, for that to be possible, or for that to happen, is in many ways no bueno. More than anything, I just want to tell all of you, if you've never made a video, you've never made a channel, you've never done anything, make one. Tell the truth that you have. Tell the truth that you've come to learn. Drop in mirror videos of the truth that you found, that you think people need to hear, whether they're the people that you know or they're people that you don't. You must be the true resistance. You must give all the freaking faith and love that you have and try to spread as much as possible, because I really feel that this is coming to a very, very horrible end that we might not be seeing. So if it is, you need to have as many people as that you know and love to have as much understanding as possible. And we must hope that we are wrong, but we must prepare that horrible things could be coming upon us and the ones that we love. And I just have such a hard time sometimes looking at my videos and actually having whatever. It's hard to have pride for yourself, and I wouldn't call it pride for myself, but looking at these videos and being like, man, wasn't I wasted? I don't even remember doing this, that, or the other thing. And I look at it, I'm like, man, you really still got out there what you were trying to say, for the most part. I'm not saying I couldn't have done a better job. I'm not saying that I couldn't have had more literature and more stuff to show people on videos, but that I was going through what I was going through on trying to show things, and then listening to what people were asking and talking about and doing all of that. That is something that I'm amazed with myself. And I don't mean that. I know that sounds so arrogant, but if you knew what I was growing up to believe in myself or think of myself my whole life, you might understand a little bit more of what I'm saying. I have so many things that I've looked into today, so many things that I wanted to talk about, but just saying that I had from myself, I'm kind of drained for the point from that. So if somebody wants something that they want to talk about, just do that, and we'll go from there. But that took a lot for me to just go from that point to now. So I'll give a minute or so for somebody to come up with a idea of something to talk about, or we'll just call it. That's up to you guys, because you guys are the reason these videos are made. So what do you guys want to talk about? If you guys want to talk about anything. Sorry, that was a little hard for me to do. It really kind of wiped me, sadly enough. Yeah, I've never made it through this far in a live feed and not had a comment. So I don't know if they're blocking my comments, or you guys just aren't leaving a comment because you're enjoying me for whatever reason you might be. So please, anybody that's on here, thumbs up, leave a comment, or I'm probably just going to drop it. It keeps showing me people are freaking coming on, and I'm not getting any comments. Oh, alright, well, when this video drops, maybe I'll let you guys leave a comment, and maybe later on I'll start up another live feed once people get home from the bar and actually start wanting to talk about things. Alright, well, never forget, you are the true resistance. I love you all.